Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. By all appearances, peace has flourished and carefree new pastimes have taken hold. A card game called Joustus has swept the land, and with it, word of a grand tournament. Presiding over the contest are 3 Joustus judges. These wise kings have been chosen to spread joy and unity. This contest is of great interest to King Knight, for though some call him a fool who plays at king, even fools know this. Whoever defeats all 3 Joustus judges will win an incredible treasure and be crowned King of Cards. Competing for the Joustus crown is no simple matter, but King Knight schemes, undeterred toward a kingdom of his own. Let's get royal! Welcome back to Shovel Knight Trove, King of Cards! Now we play as a little small guy, King Knight. No grandiose hype for us. King Knight is a very fun movement campaign. I love it very, very dearly. So, immediately you might notice, there are no real attacks. There's life, there's no mana, nor is there darkness, nor is there Arcana, I think is what it was. Arcana, I don't remember actually what it was for Flag Knight. There is Vigor, that is our magic. Also, the UI is a little bit different. There are these metal-looking things, and then we have treasure above it, or treasure below it. So King Knight has 4 different movement options. Well, technically untrue. King Knight has the ability to run and jump, just as the others do. King Knight also has the ability to press his attack button to do a dash forward. During the dash at any point in time, you can press the button again to do a roll. This works both on the ground or in the air. If you roll into a wall or into an enemy, it'll usually just get rid of the enemy. If you roll, or if you dash into a wall but don't roll, you will do a little spin, which allows you to bounce off of enemies and other things in the game. This is the main movement mechanic, and oh my god, do I love this mode so much. Honestly, King of Cards is so much fun. But being able to roll through creatures and multiple dirt blocks at once, very, very fun, man. Very, very fun. And like, I love the upgrades that this game has to offer as well. And just, it's a different color scheme because King Knight wants to be the brightest thing on the screen, so the colors are a little bit less saturated. It's just really fun. There's a lot of just like subtle detailing and a lot of the lighting and stuff. There's gold and treasure trapped within the environment that we now have to use our shoulder bash to get into. To dig up these piles, we have to do a spin attack. It's so cool and such a fun mechanic to mess around with. I love this mode so very much, as I do the entire game. But I can go through and get every single piece of gold in a stage, but that's really just a lot of effort for nothing, because I mean, who really cares? You don't actually need all that much money, but it is pretty dang useful for later on in the story. So we will eventually be trying to get just about every single thing. Now, you might have read in the intro, or heard me say in the intro, this game is about the King of Cards. That is the title of this DLC/story segment. And you might be wondering what the hell that has to do with anything. Well, you will see very, very soon. But this is the first one that had nothing to do with the Enchantress at all. And it's very fucking funny what happens. Because there's a cloaked figure in the title screen, and wow! Now this is a secret area ring. This leads you to different areas where you can earn more money. Or medals, which is the main collectible. With Spectre Knight, it was the red skulls. With Plague Knight, it was also music sheets, but also realistically it was alchemy coins. With Shovel Knight, it was music sheets. But with King Knight, it is merit medals. I do not actually recall how many there are per stage. I think it's 2 to 3 per stage, but I could be very incorrect. We'll see in a little bit. I haven't played this since I first played it, and it was very, very fun. Because I played through the King Knight campaign over the course of like 2 months. Maybe a little bit longer, just doing dumb stuff, and it was very, very fun. But at the end of it, I was like, I don't know how to get all this other stuff, so I'm just gonna leave it. But, I'm excited to be back here. I love the Plains music in this game so much. It's such a good theme. Is there a secret here? Kind of looked like there would be. This segment is so much fun to me because there's one ability later on which I literally cannot wait to get. And I know it's so late into the game that you get that ability, but I love that ability so much. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, for those of you who want a little bit of a spoiler, or not a very vague spoiler, the context is it's Beyblade. Now, hearts drop very differently. For bouncing on enemies several times, you can actually just obtain hearts. I believe it's every 3 or 4 bounces you obtain hearts. Now, here's another thing. This is the ending of stages. There is no fight a boss. There is none of that stuff. It is simply complete the end of the stage, jump up to the ring, throw some confetti, and have your flying rats take you up. Look at the map! It's so different! Everything about the map is so different here. Clearly, it's much larger. We've started further back. There's a ton more stages to play through. It's so freaking exciting. It is 3. We got all 3 merit medals in the Plains Valley of Dawn. But this is the first time that stages, or areas I should say, have more than one stage. The Plains has another stage in Plains Mossy Mountain. We can't go straight to the village here, and there's one thing down there to the left. Listen to this overworld music! There are several routes we can go to, and it's awesome. You do not have to visit every stage in this. This is a very, very, very old school video game right here. Mario Bros. 2, I think, is very similar to what it is. It's awesome, dude. I love King Knight so much. King of Cards is so good. But I love just having different colors and stuff. And yeah, I was kind of just bullshitting when I said King Knight wants to be the most saturated thing on the screen. But, you know, it seemed really accurate. He's just there. Oh, okay, good. So why am I not just bouncing on the grass? Why did I jump here? Against mossy textures and a bunch of specific walls, you cannot jump against them. Shoulder bashing, or rather, I should say King Knight as a game, is very much a very much puzzle-based game. In a lot of ways. You will find out very quickly what I meant by that. But in order to actually progress, you have to make sure that you're using the environment correctly. And that's very, very, very fun. Okay, good. I'm genuinely so excited, like, to get this specific ability later on, because it's not even close. That's just the best ability in the entire Shovel Knight series. And this specific mode, Shovel Knight King of Cards, is actually how you would learn most of the creatures' names, if not just about all of them. Because I think, other than Inspector Knight talking to the enemies, there's no way to learn the creature names. I don't think they're actually told in the game. But in this one, you will learn the name of every single creature and character in the entire game, and I am not exaggerating. You will learn everything about this game, if you take the time to do so, which is not that much time, to be honest. It's just a little bit of reading. And by a little bit of reading, I mean reading the names, and that's it. The information is put directly in front of your eyes, and it's really fun. I'm so appreciative that they just put everything in the game itself. You don't need an art book to find everything out. You just go, oh yeah, that's that. And it's really friggin' cool, and I'm so excited to get to the point where I get to show you guys this stuff, because I adore this mode. It's not my favorite still. I've said it before, Spectre Knight is like one of my favorite video game experiences ever, but King of Cards, phenomenal. Fucking brilliant game mode. Gimme, thank you. I also just love like the creativity with these stages because they're all completely new. You know, Plague Knights were a lot of rework stages. Spectre Knights kind of builds off of them, and King Knight uses the same like tile mapping, but everything is completely new, and it's so much fun. In order to get across here, we have to bounce across. There's this guy. After you bounce on an enemy in the air or bounce on a block, if you are spinning, you will get another dash. So you can get movement resets in this game, meaning that there is a ton of mobility you can do. Oh yeah. I'm vibing, dude. I'm fucking vibing so much. The homestead! We're here! We're home! Mama!
Oh, my little prince. Do you return to save the day with the ingredients I requested?
Mother, I am no prince. I am a... Oh, wait, he's a teenager.
Mother, I am no prince. I am a king. And mother, kings have subjects who do their bidding for them. Oh, my precious love, those are rats, not subjects.
My rats are loyal to the last. They're my starter subjects, part of my grand plan. I must acquire a Joustus deck and be declared the king of cards. This is far more important than errands, is what he hears himself as, but in reality, I must acquire a Joustus deck and be declared the king of cards. It's just the idea that he's some fucking squeaky preteen. I love it a lot. I'm moving the microphone real quick, so if you hear buzzing, don't worry about it. That's just your headphones. Your headphones are broken. You need to buy new headphones.
Well, you can't rule on an empty stomach. Please, my valiant knight, eat.
Yes, mother.
Baked with love by your mom, a hearty meat pie to gain 1 health permanently. Thank you, mother. Oh, sweetie, here's a meat pie for you. Oh, my little pumpkin pauldron prince, you look so handsome. You'll make a wise and noble king. Sweetie, have you brought some coin? I love to cook for you.
Well, for 3,000, you can go fuck yourself. Why is it more expensive now? Inflation don't work like that, Mom. Inflation don't work like that. I hate you. Oh, wait, the rats just went into a hole. Hi, buddies. But I love this area so much. It's such a sweet little charming area. So cute. And the rats do follow King Knight. They are his subjects. They follow him and they love him. If you're over here, they'll just come hang out. It's great. Look at my friend. I have friends now.
Oh, little guy sleeping. What a happy guy.
Well, you want to take a nap too, buddy? Come back here. Where are you going? Oh, man. And I love that you can see like a rope from like either a failed version of the project or a backup one, but it's just sweet, you know? Ugh. I don't recall, but... Oh, it's up there. If you look in the top left, there's a secret. There's a breakable wall that we can see, which means that later on, we'll have to find our way back in, because I don't believe we can do that just yet. Now, there is a pretty big menu here with heirlooms and gear, and I am very excited to see it. We have the Shoulder of Bashing, which is our main attack, our health and vigor, and 135 total merit medals. Oh boy, there's a lot. But we've gotten the one that was in this area. Now, for completing the homestead, quote-unquote completing, we've unlocked a new path forward. Normally this would unlock a secondary way, but not this time. There's yet another area in the plains with the Spectral Ravine, and my boy... That's my fucking goat right there! That's my fucking boy! Spectre Knight. Almost like King Knight. Whee! So, in order to get down here, you have to use new lanterns. They look a little bit different than they did with Spectre Knight, because Spectre Knight was kind of like open flame. But it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Bye, Calcifer. And just getting all these new music remixes is so much fun. I really do love... I think King Knight is, like... Truthfully, I think it's their best work. Even though I love Spectre Knight, I think just the amount of effort and love that went into this one in particular... Because I believe this one took the longest to make. I'm pretty sure, like, this was delayed a couple times. I could be misremembering it entirely, but... there's just so much more to this version than there is to any other ones. There's so many new songs. There's so many new, like, modes and mechanics and things. It is so nice. There's fantastic, completely new stages, like new assets and stuff as well. There's just so much more to this mode, and it's awesome. It's so clear to see how much they loved what they were doing this time. Well, I mean, it's clear to see the love every single time. Every single stage is crafted with so much love. Maybe I'm saying that with like a biased perspective. I honestly can't tell, but to me, I only see love in this series. So like, to me, this specific game mode is just full of it. Everywhere you look, it's just like, yeah, they enjoyed what they were doing. This is fun. They knew how to make you have fun here. Hey, you fucking beetle bastard! I dare you! So... I forgot what the fuck is... Ah! Our checkpoints work differently in this game. Or they don't work differently, they look differently. Not our checkpoints, our bags. Our bags have little crowns on top of them because we're king. You know, I could have gone the entire time without dying, but I had to show you guys what dying looked like in this game. Yeah, no, I had to do that. You know, the bags having a different texture was very important. Truthfully, this is probably the easiest mode. No. Spectre Knight is still the easiest for sure. But It's very hard to die in this game mode. It's very, very hard to die as King Knight. I cannot lie to you in the slightest. It is so difficult to lose or die in a stage as King Knight. Merit medal! Oh, a secret! I love the jingles. I love how much extra music there is. We can return at any point in time. Look at all the red skulls. Red was clearly looking for so long. And it just adds and expands on every little thing that we have in the fucking series so far. And I love this game. It's so good. Why did I shoulder bash into you? I'm doing it for a reason, but don't worry about it because you'll see it eventually. It's just, right now, it's just muscle memory for doing what I'm doing. But right now, so you also can effectively momentum cancel yourself. If you dash, you have a very short bit of time to turn the opposite direction. Or not a short bit of time. You have the ability to turn to the opposite direction, which takes a short bit of time to stop you fully, but you can effectively keep yourself alive if you really want to. If you want to, you can stay alive, but sound worth it? Depends on who you ask. Society. Hey, look, it's the tower. A checkpoint and food. We know what that means. It means there's a secret right here, right? You fucking liar. You guys in the comments lied to me. Your quest to become King of Cards has not gone unnoticed. Ah, word has reached the slums, has it? Am I to travel with an entourage of many beggars now? What? You shall remain silent and heed my words well. You stand no chance unless you... Out of my way, you reeking husk! I won't humor panhandlers on my path to the Joustus crown. A child in the guise of a monarch. I will teach you respect and the true meaning of fear. It's Spectre Knight, but he's himself, and he has his abilities! Which means, I guess I didn't really show it. The King Knight dialogue is directly declared to be a prequel, as is the Spectre Knight dialogue, whereas Plague Knights goes on at the same time as Shovel Knights. So this is literally the Spectre Knight we fought before he was a part of the Order of No Quarter fully, because he didn't take on that new form. You okay, buddy? You are impudent, but quick on your feet. Interesting. Horrors. You touched my cape. Now I must launder away your disgusting filth. Take these and waste no more of my time. A Justice deck! A starter deck of Justice cards. Finally, your card quest can begin. A Justice deck? Did you soil it with your witchery? They're ordinary Justice cards, you simpleton! Seek the nearest house of Justice. Joustus. I keep saying Justice. I've said Justice for years, but it's probably Joustus. And play your role. Okay. Bye-bye, Specty. I love you. Mwah. Now, you probably figured it out. This is a card game, in addition to an action platformer. Let's go grab some money from the Homestead's little jewelry stage. I really do like the paler colors on this. Like, the less saturated bit is a lot nicer, to be honest. Well, I can't say to be honest. That's just my opinion, but I like it a lot more. I think the less saturated colors really do add a lot. Like this dusk look to the environment. I think it's really pretty. But saying to be honest weirdly sounded like I was stating as a fact. But I just like this green. It's a very pretty green. It's, one of my favorite colors. If you've never seen me play Mecha Break before, or if you've seen me play Mecha Break, or, the fact that I've talked about Xenoblade, or if you've seen any of the necklaces that I own, which I don't know if I've ever posted those anywhere. Probably haven't. I have necklaces that are in this color. I love this color. This specific, sea foam green, or as I call it, Aegis green. It's a color that I use on my Discord server for my name. It's my favorite color. I just love the color green a lot. But this specific one makes me think of Xenoblade, and I love that a lot. Went to the Aegis Core Crystal. Or I guess the Numa core crystal, more specifically, but, you know. Did that middle one glow? I guess they all glue. We glowed. We glue. We glowed. I really do love all the jingles that come from the King Knight game. They're just great. The House of Joustus has 5 merit medals. But there's not just one. There are several. And you might have noticed in the map, there is that little blue icon that is the same as a Joustus card. You also might be noticing we can actually move freely even though we haven't completed the House of Joustus yet. We can go back and forth across to the left here. I don't know why that wasn't added in Shovel Knight or Plague Knight, but it simply wasn't. You have to complete a stage before you can go to the other side of it, which is a little weird, but okay. All right. But the House of Joustus has a Joustus card on it, and on the top right of the map, you might notice there's a chest with 3 Joustus cards. That is a little area for us to pick up some special ones. Let's head into this House of Joustus, stop listening to that awesome music, and listen to some more cool music.
What the hell? Smite it all. I had such a fine run, I did. Pah, I'll never be good enough to challenge King Pride more. My. Is that a brand new Joustus deck? Perhaps we could go over the rules together.
My mind is as honed as my armor. I need no prior experience to defeat a knave at cards. Stand aside.
I mean no disrespect, your highness, but you'll be trounced and your riches squandered without proper advice. It'd be wise and valorous for us both to practice Joustus, my lord.
Fine.
Ready for a bit of brush up on the card-playing parlance, sire?
This is a Joustus field. There is a gem. Up to 3. The coin indicates... Why did I say yes to you? To win Joustus, you have to claim more gems than your opponent and have no free moves. To start, pick a card from your hand and place it on the board. The game wants us to pick the Propeller Rat. This is what I was talking about. The name of every single enemy is... It is Beetle! Fleeto's the fucking bunny one. This is Beetle, this is Bone Clang, this is Propeller Rat. We cannot see what theirs are, but, you know, you'll get them all eventually, so you can figure it out. We have a deck of 16 total cards. We start with 3 in our hand. It wants me to place the Propeller Rat up here. What does the arrow on the card indicate? That indicates where it can move a card. If your card covers a gem, you can claim it, but you can't place a card onto a gem. You have to push it on. Arrows indicate which direction your cards can push. Push the card you already placed to claim the gem. So if I take my Bone Clang here and move it to the right side, I could move my Propeller Rat left. If I place it on the left side, I can move my Propeller Rat right. If I were to take my Dive Drake here, I would not be able to place it above the Propeller Rat because it points in the same direction as Propeller Rat arrow points. So what he can do is use his Propeller Rat to push mine up. As you can see, I claim the gem by pushing your card up. Push the card right to reclaim the gem for yourself. So if I take my Beetle, I cannot push my Bone Clang because they both point by an opposing arrow. My card is blocked by an opposing arrow, therefore I cannot push it. There's still a way to push my card off the gem, but you can insert the card in between. Very much a game of precision. The match is almost over. The game ends when the center squares are full. Each player must place a card on their turn, but the only move this person can make will lose him the game. So his hand is forced, so he has to put one down in the bottom right. Once all playable tiles, which are the lit up ones, are gone, the game is over. These external tiles, you cannot place things onto sometimes. There are cases where you will be able to. Now, because all open squares are full, I can press X to continue. In a full match of Joustus, you would be able to take a card from the opponent. In real game, the winner takes a card, you know, for keeps. This includes you losing cards if you lose in a Joustus match, which means if you have a very good card, the AI might take one from you. Very dangerous, but very, very fun. A fine match, my lord. It's lovely to play for fun. In real games, the winner takes a card, you know, for keeps. Goodbye. we can see there are 4 banners above us. The dancing child, the horse, the goat, Titian, and Black Knight. Well, let's start with you.
Am I fast? I'm already the best at Joustus. I want to be the best, and I want to be the fastest.
I have to challenge a child? Winning the Joustus crown should be a piece of cake.
Hey, are you playing Joustus or what, mister?
Let's do it. Whee! They have red cards, we have blue.
I've got Beetle cards and Fleeto cards.
Beetle go right, Fleeto go left, if you could imagine.
Just kidding, they go up.
Up and right. So, the coin starts on his turn, he gets to go first, putting one up there. I am going to make use of the fact that I have the ability to push my cards down. So he will move this here. I'm going to use this to push this card over. And then I would like to get a Bone Clang if at all possible. Bad for me. If I go here, there are no open moves, so no one wins the game. Because he only has 3 Betos, which means he can't put anything anywhere. If I take this, I can't push anything either. So I think it was a bad tie because no one can win. It's a draw. No one takes any cards. You can press the fast forward button. Pretty nice. Just kind of goes through quickly. You can edit your deck at any point in time. So far, we have an infinite amount of these 4 cards. Blorbs, Betos, Blitz Steeds, and Propeller Rats. We have 1 Doge Drake, 1 Zambi, 1 Dive Drake, and 1 Bone Clang, which are all in the deck. I'm going to go back, and we're going to go for it again. And we're going to come up with a strategy. We can see what the opponent's cards are, so we know that if I go here, I can push his card right. He has nothing to push mine down, which means I can push mine card down with something else later on. I can take my Propeller Rat up here, move this up, and then his only play is either to use his Fleeto to push mine up, or to use his Beto to push mine across. So I'll do this. If he does the Fleeto, that'll push my card, or his card up, or my card up and his card out, and then I can take my Slime, and because all 4 of the lit up tiles are done, we now win the round, because my tile is on the gem. Works for me. And because all open squares are now full, I get to take a card of his. I'm going to take a Fleeto. Every time you collect a card for the first time, you will get some good stuff being a part of an achievement. And a little saving icon saying, you collected a new one.
Well, I guess I'm not the fastest, best, or the coolest at Joustus anymore. Or even the fastest in my house.
Young subject, heed my kingly wisdom. You don't actually need to be the fastest. Just tell people you are.
King Knight, he gets me. When I say I'm the best at Shovel Knight, I am the best at Shovel Knight. But wouldn't that be lying?
I don't know. But if you never race anyone, then you can never be proven wrong.
I see. You're right. You're actually right, mister. Wow. Thanks. I'm the fastest. No one can outrun me.
My name is Playing Kid. I am the fastest man. I didn't read what the Gotition said. Fuck you. I want to read you again. Hold on. Can I talk to you?
Seems like hardly a fortnight ago I'd never heard of Joustus.
Fortnite. Sorry. What a delicious game Joustus is. I mean,
delightful. I'm like a kid again when I play. As you might have overheard, I become an unbelievable.
Unbleedable? What the fuck is unbleedable? Is that an actual word?
I've deliberated over my deck for days, but now it's go time.
I like it's go time. I also really love that he just eats his cards. This is our first example of a full-sized Joustus board. Almost all of them are going to be 3x3 or 9 squares total. There are 3 gems here that we have to claim, meaning that it is a lot harder. However, we can see immediately that he has a Dove Drake, or Drowse Drake. Don't remember what it's called. But if we press the touchscreen, we can actually see what our card does. Beto, card number 4, Own Unlimited. It's common. Standard up arrow. Pushes cards without opposing arrows and blocks standard arrows. 1, 3, 4. Pretty damn cool. We can hover any of the cards on the screen at any point in time to also check those out. He has a Fleeto there. We have our Bone Clang. I would like to take his Drowse Drake if at all possible at some point in time. So what I think I'd like to do here is move this over. Get that on that tile. Then we'll put something there, sure. I will use this to push this across. Or perhaps I go like this. If I go like this, he can't push this down. He can only push it left. And he doesn't have anything to push it left right now. Now I have a second tile there. He now has the ghost, which can push my card to the left. But because he can push mine to the left, I can use my Blitz Stealer or my Doge Drake to push his to the left. But then it would have to be my Doge Drake, because otherwise he could just push it directly down, and that's not good for me. Let's use my Blitz Drake to push this, or Blitz Steed to push this across. He'll go with this, push that there. And now I can push this here. And because this card can no longer move left or up, or it cannot be pushed right or down, I am fine on that tile. I do need to come up with a play here. I think this is the best one. So now I can move my cards. He pushes mine up onto the gem because he didn't really have a better move. Either he placed one on the right there, or just couldn't do anything at all. But I'm then going to do this, and because now all tiles are filled, we get to get Gem Sweep. If you obtain every gem in a game of Joustus, you get to collect 3 cards, not just 1. So we're going to take the gold armor, which points to 3 separate places. Yay! We're going to take the Doge Drake. We would like another one of these. And we're going to take another Fleeto, because the other 3 cards are unlimited. Another merit medal has been obtained for completing the stage. Thank you, Mr. Gotician.
What a delicious game.
You can actually play these guys anytime you want. You don't have to play it specifically to win. If you just like Joustus, you can just play it. It's the old lady.
Holler at that fella in the chest downstairs. If you need cards, he's your main man.
I don't know. Who the fuck is you? Why are you dressed like a JRPG? Are you Dracula? Stocking up on mystery cards can build a great deck fast, but it'll cost you. Don't chomp your bridle if the enemy captures a gem. Just push him off again. Some decent advice. Barhop, I'll have a generous goblet of your finest juice. To me, the future king of cards.
Future king, you say? With your gleaming getup, I'd expect you to toast the entire house with the round.
Well, as a matter of fact, maybe I will. Yes. Yes, indeed. Juice on the house. The finest for everyone. To a new era of my triumph.
Incredible. Generous goblets for everyone on behalf of our new philanthropist. A fee of 5,000 gold will of course be required for the consideration, sir.
Here's the gold.
Be still, my heart. We have a new patron. To King Knight, 3 cheers for the king of this house.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! I love these. These are very fun little moments. He digs on top. He just spurts out the truffle juice. Everybody drank. It feels good, man. We get the Horns of Heralding. You can reclaim gold and shred enemies with confetti. This is our first ability in the game, and also an attack that King Knight had. Sadly, we cannot interact with these NPCs. It's a little bit unfortunate. I kind of wish we could, but this is our first relic, in a sense, or heirloom is what they're called. Each strike of confetti actually does a fair bit of damage, and they can pick up gold that we drop behind. This is Croaker. He is the little pun guy from Shovel Knight. However, in this game, he actually has challenges for us to do. Each time that we play against Croaker, he will have a different puzzle. In this one, we have 1 move to win the game, using the cards that we have available to us. What is the 1 move we can do? Very obviously, it is to place this Fleeto here. Why? Well, if we push this, we can move this up. That doesn't get us a card. If we do this, we can move this up, but he has a Doge Drake, which can push our card to the left and claim the gem. By doing the Fleeto and pushing this up, his Doge Drake cannot push ours, so we can move this up. The only move he has is to place a card down to the left, or use our slime to push our skeleton guy down. So it's a free win. The puzzle was solved, we get some money. Pretty dang good.
Wait, you figured it out? That was supposedly impossible. You are just standing. Well, have you pieced it together yet? There's more than 1 puzzle. I'm still gonna stack a puzzle and cards on deck. Better Karen?
Yes, I would. How do we do this? Win game in 1 turn. Well, to be honest, there's a very obvious move here. He's on all 3 gems, which means we need a move that can collect us multiple gems at once. If we take our Dive Drake, we can move this up here, but that doesn't push us up. We can push this down, but that can't push us down. If we go over here, we can move this up, but that can't do because the slime is in the way. We can
not move our Fleeto, we can do this to push these across, but it'll only get us 1 gem. But if we take our Didrake and put it up here, that gets our Bone Clang on the tile, and also his Blitzlead cannot push it left. So it's a pretty obvious win, though it's not a gem sweep, sadly. But all we need to do is win the puzzle. You didn't need a gem sweep, so we will take that happily. Another 300 gold. Croaker.
Does take a king to realize that solving this last puzzle may be a futile task. Will you take it and make you grab with a shuffle?
Sure.
Win the game in 1 turn. So we have 1 on a tile. You can push something down left.
So what's the best option here? The best option here is, if I do this, then he can just push my Blitzlead out of the way. If I do this, that can't go. If I do this, this can't go. What is the best option here? If I do this, sometimes the best course of action is actually inaction. So instead of trying to take a tile and give him one, our best course of action is actually to just shove our Blitzlead up. Because he no longer has a single move, and because he can't make a move and we have a gem, we win the round. And that unlocks another merit medal for us.
Justice has been served at long last. I must card tribute to your noble cause.
Croaker has given us a Croaker card, which has a special ability. I'm actually going to edit our deck right now. We are going to take out 1 Beetle, we're going to take out 1 Propeller Rat, and we are going to take out another Blitzsteed. Then we are going to put in our Gold Armor, we're going to put in Croaker, we're going to put in a Fleeto, and I think I'd like to take out... Maybe I get rid of you. We have a bunch of pointing up already. No, this is fine. We don't have that many pointing right. This is okay. This is actually a pretty decent deck right now. So we can actually look through the different menus. This is all of the cards we have on our left. We own 11 cards total. We can click here to see the filter button. We have discovered. We have the amount in order, which if you want to go down, we have up to 26 with Croaker right now. Character cards only exist in ones. There are not more than 1 of each character card in the game. We can see up to 26, which means there's a lot that we don't have. There are a lot. Standard arrows allow you to push cards. Double arrows, like Croaker has here, require cards to have the same or to have a higher amount of arrows. So if Croaker were to be placed to the right of a Beetle, our Croaker could move the Beetle left because his arrow count is higher. This is fun. Very, very fun. And I do like being able to look at this and just go, what the hell is going on here? But it's good. We can see the amount of cards we have of each arrow in our deck, and I like that a lot. We have an equal amount of each, so that's pretty good. I'm going to say that our deck is pretty fine for now. Let's head on down to the bottom floor, where clearly there are 2 people seeming to be watching us, as well as Black Knight for some reason. But there's a chest. I want some money, probably a merit medal, possibly. A card. A Bard. I'll take the Bard card. And I'm going to drop the... Oh, hold on. Let me drop a Slime to put in our Bard friend. Now, I'm not going to say that my decks are good. I'll be honest with you. I'm bad at Justice. Pretty bad, in fact.
Never seen hoof or hide of you before, Goldie. This here's my neighborhood post. Play Justice with a horde like me and you get trampled. But if you insist, you'll need to pay Chester a fortune to reclaim all the cards I win from you. Giddy up.
Okay.
Our friend here
Doesn't seem to have anything other than that Skeletang. He starts first. This is a 1-tile game. Let's use our Dow's Drake to move this over. He has a couple moves he can do there. He's going to move that left, which means that our Blitzsteed is now going to be able to push this down. If we push this down and he uses the Skeletang, then we can push ours down, but then he can push it down again. Not the greatest course of action. So if I have anything in my deck, I don't remember if I can see it in this. Is there a way to see it in this? I don't recall. I felt like there was a way to look at your deck in the game, but I'm apparently misremembering. So, I thought you could. I was going to say I could look at my deck. If I go here, then he just places the card anywhere he wants on the floor. He just puts one here, and then he wins the game. So I have to push this down, or to the left here. And if I push this to the left, he can push mine down, but I get the gem. He chose not to, because the NPC are bad. At this point in the game, anyways. Later on, they'll be a lot better. I'm going to take the Wisdom,
even though we already have it. I believe anyways. Do we have a Wisdom? We don't have a Wisdom. Then I'll take the Wisdom and get a new card. Hell yeah. 300 monies. Another Merit Medal, and we have our 2 friends here celebrating for us, which is pretty appreciated. Now, you might have heard the ruffian say, we can reclaim cards from Chester if we lose to him. Hey there, your highness. I've got some hot merchandise to juice up your Joustus game. Why not have a look? You can buy mystery cards from Chester from level 1 to level 4. I didn't know you could buy level 4 mystery cards from Chester. I spent a lot of time trying to find the cards that I missed in the game. Until one day I accidentally pressed down while looking at level 3 mystery cards. Anyways, there are cheats you can do. If you lose in a game, you can reclaim the cards by paying a specific amount of money from Chester. The idea here that I like to believe is that Chester's just really fucking good at Joustus, or just a really giant fucking cheater. And he just beats the shit out of people and takes your cards back and then sells them to you. So you can get the cheat, play them all. Play all 3 cards in your hand at once. You get to pick the order of them. Cheat Gem Thief. All cards on a gem flip to become yours. Or cheat Beto Swap. Change your opponent's hand to 3 weak cards, becoming all 3 Betos. These are all pretty good. I'm gonna grab a gem cheat, Gem Thief, because it's good. I'm gonna grab a play them all, because it's good. And I'm gonna grab a Beto Swap, just so we can actually see them in action. However, there is an achievement for not using all of these. You can only have up to 3 cheats at a time, if I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure, yeah, only 3 cheats at a time. So having 1 of each, pretty okay with me. If we go back up here, we can actually head on over to the flags and see that we have a treasure chest beside the icons of each of these flags. That are a King Knight symbol, which is indicating that we've beaten that person. If you go up here, there's another treasure chest for us. Some more money is appreciated. And while I could go worry about some nonsense and try to get some more money, I can also go left and talk to our friend. You found my secret lookout. Great view, huh? I've always wanted to ride in an airship. It's my dream.
That sounds dumb. Wasn't about in a giant floating target?
Hey, it is not. The Glidewing's captain couldn't dodge any threat. He's even got his own card. Here, have one.
Listen to this kid. We now have a deck with a Cooper card. We have Cooper and the Bard. Those are the people that are watching us below. And that airship is called the Glidewing. I love the Glidewing. The Glidewing's so cool. But our friends are going to watch us.
You have my attention now, king or otherwise. You have skill enough at the game, I admit. My unease grows with the developments of this Joustus crown debacle. The moment I realized that a mastery of Joustus would prove insight, I became a champion myself. I'd best you easily in armed combat, but in Joustus, we cross cards. My mind has victory held steadfast. Come, Terrapin, an ambush!
Terrapin is our table. I love it a lot.
Onward, my turtle companion. Let us give our foe a worthy joust.
Black Knight has 2 individual cards, being Black Knight and Terrapin. We start first. I'm going to throw down a Blitzsteed right here, because my Blitzsteed's not going to do much to those cards up there. He has a double pointing down, which means we want to be able to get a character over to the right that can be pushed down. So let's use this, move this over. Ooh, if we look at that, you might notice there's fire going across the screen. The champions of Joustus houses have a special ability. Black Knight's ability will destroy every Joustus card along a row, which shuffles them back into the deck. We're going to take this and throw this upwards. That's going to destroy that. On his turn, he uses Meteor Smash, an ability he had to use to fight against us, which is really cool. That's effectively a cheat that they have. And they're really fun and cool to play around with. Let's do this. Move this up. That was actually a bad spot for that, now that I think about it. We move you over. And he puts that there. He also has a group of Propeller Rat King. We can use our friend here, move this across. That forces him to have to be able to use his Black Knight up there. Now this means that if we take Croaker, we can actually push this down. Even though Croaker's 1 arrow, he is pushing a double arrow, which would mean that we get this. He doesn't have a way to push our cards down right now, so the Meteor Smash is going to erase those guys in the middle. I'm going to use the speed up button just so we have a bit of a faster game. Move this across. The Blitzsteed's going to push mine down. I'm going to use this because he can no longer push anything over. Yes, he can, because if he pushes this to the left, then I can't do anything about that. So I'm actually going to not do that just yet. I think I'll do this for now. That'll push that there. Then I can do this across. He can explode the top section. If I do this, I believe he just wins the game on the spot. So what I'd like to do... Perhaps this is a bad idea. Perhaps my best move is actually to throw this here, because then he uses his Meteor Smash ability and that clears the top tiles. And then I can do this, put this down. He has the ability to put that down further. If I go here, he can move my card to the right using his Wisdom, which guarantees him that gem. And if possible, I would like to gem cheat. Or not gem cheat, but I would like to gem sweep him here. So I think my best option is to go up. And if I go up, he can only move things over. If he moves something down... Okay, yeah. I like the idea of putting this here. But maybe this is a bad idea. That was a bad idea. He picked up a Propeller Rat, which is an infinite one. If you couldn't tell, I'm bad at the game. Because we lost the thing, we are no longer at 16 cards in our deck, which means I'm going to put in Cooper. And we'll go again. I don't want to really use any cheats, but maybe we will. Maybe it's helpful if we do. Let's use our Zambi, throw that down. Let's use the Gold Armor, throw this over. Meteor Smash. Slime. Oh yeah, and if you can't tell, the sequence of gems is different every time, which is really fun, to be honest. I'm really, like, happy about that. I really enjoy that there are different sequences, so that each match, even if you're rematching, feels different. I'm going to throw you up, because I want to get an up-facing creature. Didn't get an up-facing creature. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's use my Blitz Steed here, push you across. He can push it down with the Griffin or with the Wisdom. Bit unfortunate, but it's probably fine. You can use Croaker here to push you across. Then he can push mine down. Then I can't do anything about that. If I take you, I can't move you anywhere of value, so it's still bad. If I do this, still can't move you anywhere of value, so also still bad. Kind of a really bad situation to be in. I think I'm just going to do the Croaker play. He'll move it down. That's fine. If we do this... He cannot push my card to the left anymore, so we'll have to use Meteor Smash on that later on. Let's go with moving you down. He has a play, which is going to go into a Meteor Smash. So if I do that, then I can throw... Am I just bad at this? If I do this, that pushes that up, fills in a dead spot. Goes to his turn. Goes back to my turn. Let's throw you up. He can push mine to the right. Man, do I not have enough vertical cards in my deck? I thought I did. I push this here. It's his turn again. Puts one there. Well, I guess we'll do Gem Thief. And Gem Thief will smack the table, launching all gems in the air, flipping the cards over. It goes to his turn. And then I can do this, move you up and get that. If I want to be greedy here to get the Wisdom as well and the Propeller Rat, I can do that. But I don't need to be greedy, so I'll just take it. Let's grab this, Wind Around. And I would like to have taken this, this, and this, or any of these 4, possibly 5 cards here. But I'll take the Black Knight card, because this is clearly the most important one we can get. Now that we have done that, we are now the champion of this House of Joustus. Terrapin, my loyal steed. Even with your tactical guidance, we lost. This shiny charlatan called our gambit. But tarry not, King Knight. For though it's been fun in games, I sense something is not right. Tread lightly in your leggings. Now is the time to be choosing allies wisely with strategy in mind.
You there, you're the Pauldron's fancy pants, yes you are. My friend and I have enough of you, I say. We need to talk elsewhere, I say.
Sorry, petitioners, I am not accepting gifts from peasants, and I won't have a word of your pleasantries.
What the fuck was that noise? Does the Joustus Crown ring a bell? We bid you no harm and wish to hear your story. Please, your highness? Finally some recognition of my status. Very well, I'll hear you out. Heave to and grab the rope. So, If we grab this, our two friends will come along.
With me to the butterflies and bees.
I love these sequences. They're so pretty, man. This is the glide wing. This ramshackle monstrosity seems ready to splinter to bits, but I must say, this view of my future kingdom is quite remarkable. The glide wing is a sturdy lass, I say. My crew of fortune seekers depends on her, and we turn a mighty profit, I say.
Lately, we've had our eyes on the Jouster's crown.
But we need a champion who can outplay King Pridemore, and clearly you, my friend, I say, have a magic touch.
Oh, I assure you, the Jouster's touches will be small work for a talent such as my own.
Your Grace, I say, I believe we have an understanding. If we work together, the glory will be yours. First up is King Pridemore, a bearded noble with a razor wit. We're nearing his domain, Pridemore Keep. But it will be a moment yet. Have a stroll around the glide wing and rest up. Welcome aboard. I say.
This is our friend Koopa. We've been playing around the plains for Joseph's players before we met you. It's peaceful here. This is the Bard.
King Knight, dazzle me with your gleam moment, if I may.
Why do I feel rather regal today?
What troubles you, goodly Bard?
Merit medals. You see, I've realized that those brave enough to find them have most interesting tales to tell. Most interesting indeed. Perhaps I could take a peek at your majestic collection to inspire a melody. 10 merit medals. You're quickly becoming a bard in your own right. It's not much, but I've saved 900 gold to mark the occasion. Would you accept it?
Yes, I will.
I have another form of patronage, sire. Please allow me to regale you with a verse you've inspired. Ahem. As he trode through the grass or the hills of the plains, the king's cleanest trousers grew soiled with stains. Abroad from his castle, aloft in the sky, he traded his kingdom for a flagon of lye.
You fucker! I've done no such thing! I like this globe. I don't know what it is, but I just like spinning this globe. There's, as far as I know, there is nothing here, but I just like spinning this globe. But, I think with that being said, let's head to the right. See our driver, or pilot, I guess you could say. This is Doe. Hey there, King Knight. I pilot this dainty little clipper. Nice steer, true. Name's Doe. At your service. You're cleared for departure. When you're ready, just leap off the bow. That is how we ascend to our next level. We jump off the ship. But I think we're good for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and if you haven't, there's always the rest of your day. There's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things do not get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. I am so excited to go through this game because this game has so much. And it's so much fun, and the movement tech in this game is phenomenal. There's one item which allows you to just move forever, non-stop, no matter what you do. I cannot fucking wait to get that item unlocked so much. That's my favorite thing in the game of a Shovel Knight entirely. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye-bye.